Time now for Chamber Talk on a Monday morning. As we do every Monday, we reserve time for the Fairfield Area Chamber of Commerce. Good morning, Detra. How are you?
Good morning. I'm doing grand. Thank you.
Beautiful weekend, wasn't it?
Yes, and happy Halloween today.
Yeah, exactly. Let's start right there. Oh, by the way, you can sign up for the Monday morning newsletter. The week that will be It comes to your email box. Email the chamber at fairfieldiowa.com, or you can go to their website, fairfieldiowa.com, and get the complete calendar of events. We'll start with the weekend, a beautiful weekend. You actually had a ribbon cutting.
Yes.
At one of our, well, it's not necessarily a new business, but it is a new chamber member, but a new location.
New location, Main Street Donuts, located at the Orpheum Theater, basically co-located there. They had the ribbon cutting on Saturday afternoon and gave away free donuts all afternoon. So it was fantastic. They also had a clown there for a few hours for the kids as well.
But not one of those freaky, scary clowns?
Exactly. No, she looked very pleasant.
So that was on Saturday. What else did you have Saturday?
We had also Friday night and Saturday night, there's a new sculpture park that opened up called the Bio Park and Galleries. And it's on 10 acres located near Libertyville in Batavia. And they've been working on this for a number of years. And they had their first exhibition this weekend. It was called Earth Canvas. And what this is they use like natural materials, and there's also some human-made materials, but they make these really large sculptures, and you walk around, and they had it lit at night. My husband and I spent about an hour there, and there was 10, 15 different things to look at. And as they have this in coming years, this will keep changing as they keep working on it. And they will also take visitors by appointment.
Really?
Yeah, so you can find out more on our website about them.
I have to go to your website because, of course, I live in Batavia, but I am not familiar with Bayo Park and Galleries.
Yeah, it's out in the country. So, like I said, just north of Libertyville, you turn on a gravel road, and it's just a little ways down there.
Everything's on a gravel road over by Libertyville.
Well, of course.
Yeah.
Well, that's the beauty of Iowa.
All right. Let's talk about today. It's first of all, congratulations on the Merchant Trick or Treat event this afternoon. It looks like it's going to be a huge success for the little ones out there.
We're really excited. Over 65 businesses signed up. And these are folks all over town, not just downtown. Certainly we have a fair number down here. But it spans all the way from everybody's on the north side to Pilot Grove coming in there and around the health center to, out west of town in the business park, Morton Buildings, All-American Pest Control. We've got some new people giving it a shot this year. Would love to see trick-or-treaters through their doors.
Well, with yesterday with the Trunk or Treat event and the event at the library last evening, and then you have the Merchant Trick or Treat today, and then tonight the real Trick or Treat. This could be a record haul for kids.
I know, totally. And so for the Merchant Trick or Treat, this is during regular business hours. So this is a great chance if you've got preschoolers. Or I remember when my kids were, early elementary, could not wait to get their costumes on. You can get them right after school, get in those costumes, and come check out some of these businesses while they're still open.
All right. Let's talk about this next item on your list, 3 steps to LinkedIn success.
Yes, we're doing a 3-series program on LinkedIn, which is a professional, online networking site. And people have heard about it a lot of times, but don't really know if it's why they should be on it and what the benefits are, or how to make their profile. So we're doing 3 sessions, and the first one is going to be next week, so I wanted to mention that today. And it's going to talk about why you need to link up on LinkedIn. So this is really a basic overview. If you don't know much about it and don't have a profile, you can come to that session at Revelations Cafe on Wednesday from 11:45 a.m. to 1:15 p.m. And then later in November, we'll have one about working on creating your profile, and that'll actually be some hands-on help. And then one in mid-December, really powering up your profile and figuring out how to maximize your LinkedIn presence.
Would you like people to register for these, and is there a cost associated with it?
Yes and yes. So the first one is free for chamber members and $10 for non-members. And the second one has a little higher cost, $15 for chamber members, $25 for non-members. And then the third one, again, as this gets to be more and more hands-on with our consultant, $25 for chamber members, $35 for non-members.
And all the information can be found online?
Yes, it's on our website, and we'll also be getting it out through other media channels this week.
Again, that's fairfieldiowa.com. You can find more information, and there'll be a link there. All right, member-to-member feature this week.
Our feature discount is 10% off at Taco John's. So showcase your member-to-member discount card and enjoy that special discount.
I think it was last week you're talking about the chamber bucks, and we're getting to that time of season where people might want to consider chamber bucks for stocking stuffers and things of that nature.
Yes, this is a really great gift because it really does support buy local. The chamber bucks are like gift certificates or gift cards and can only be used at Fairfield area chamber member businesses. And so that offers a lot of variety where people can use those, and it stays right here in the local economy. Last year I was looking, I believe there was over $18,000 redeemed, and we want to go much higher than that this year.
and the great thing about it, you can purchase chamber bucks and give them as gifts, incentive programs for your business, and the recipient can use them at any, they're not pigeonholed into one business. They can use them wherever they want.
Yes, and we've seen some businesses do this for staff birthdays, Boss's Day, but also, for gifts to family and friends that are in the local area. It's fantastic.
It's Chamber Talk here on a Monday, and an added feature here in recent weeks has been a guest. You do have a guest today.
I do. I'm so excited that we have Nicole Barron-Cruz with me today, who's the store manager at Health and Wholeness. And good morning, Nicole.
Good morning.
And Nicole, their store recently moved to a new location, and we had a ribbon cutting there a couple weeks ago. And it's just gorgeous, your new store. Not that the old one was anything other than gorgeous as well, but it's just stunning. And so I thought this was a great opportunity for you to share some more information about yourself and your business and what you do for folks.
Yes. Well, we have been in Fairfield since the early 1990s, which is quite a long time. We sell Ayurvedic herbs, and Ayurveda means science of life, and is based on holistic, comprehensive healthcare from India. We have products that support your digestive health. You can find teas, savory items. We have products that promote deeper sleep, uplift the emotions, and relief of feelings of sadness. We have spa products, beauty products, massage oils, aromatherapy, and we also have great knowledgeable staff with wonderful customer service skills.
Oh, great. Well, as the days seem to be getting shorter with the less daylight, do you ever see an uptick in folks wanting, like with either seasonal affective disorder or some of those things? Seeing if you might have some things that might work for them?
We do have products that help uplift the emotions. We have teas. We definitely do see an increase with customers that come in during winter season, but also really throughout the year because everybody's personal lives will go through things, and seasonal effects happen as well. So it's a nice place, not only if you're not really, you're curious about Ayurveda, but it's such a warm, welcoming environment that when you come in, you're really greeted. We have tea that we offer customers. They can sit down. They can ask questions. So there isn't that pressure. There's that ability for us to give that one-on-one attention. So if they, for instance, come in feeling this way, that might be some other reason why that they need other products that they may need.
That's great. And I know, in talking with you a little bit, so you are a local girl.
Pretty much, yes. I actually grew up in Fairfield.
Great.
Yeah.
And so let's talk a little bit about the move with the store. You moved to a location. You're right now directly across from the park. So you're on kind of the main part of the square on the west side. So are you finding some advantages to being in this new spot?
We have great parking now, which is very important for our customer base. We have the store itself overlooks the square, so that's something that I have always wanted. Not that we didn't have a good location before, but that really adds an even better effect on our store, and our customers notice it as well. And it's really like being on the square. Before, it sort of felt like I was a little bit off. I feel like I'm there with the events in town, and it's fantastic.
Well, great.
Yeah.
And I know you were talking about some of the different customers that you have come in, and you said even some of the folks from the Amish community have been visiting.
We do. We
That's
have
great.
customers that come from all over. We have Amish customers. We have customers that are from, Des Moines that happen to have come in looking, just coming to Fairfield for seminars, events, and they've tried our products, and they'll drive all the way from Des Moines. We'll have Amish that come in. We have some variety of customers, which is really nice. As you mentioned a little bit about myself, I can go into a little bit more detail with that. I did grow up in Fairfield, and I actually grew up with herbs. My family were quite into herbs. My grandmother grew herbs. My mother was very into herbs. So I grew up with that knowledge of herbs. And when I was younger, I actually got introduced to Ayurveda and in Fairfield, and because my mother was actually a connoisseur of herbs. And through that, I knew the effects of it from taking it for many years. And I moved to Arizona, and I went to college, and I did a variety of other jobs. I was a wedding planner and coordinator, and and then I came back to Iowa. Events happened, and I worked locally, and I worked doing weddings and funerals at Hy-Vee Floral and Flowers, and
Wow.
we had a customer that really liked my customer service skills and said, you should really apply at Health and Wholeness. And I thought, this is interesting because I've been taking these products, and I take a lot of different, herbs, not just Ayurvedic herbs. So I had that knowledge and that background, and I actually really found Maharshi Ayurveda herbs very effective for me. And I thought, well, why not? I really like what I'm doing, but this might be some kind of, something that it's different. It's a career change, and maybe just apply and see. And I applied at Health and Wholeness, 7 years ago. And I still was, even after I got the job, I was a little bit hesitant to make that switch. So I had 2 jobs. I worked at Health and Wholeness during the day, and I still worked with the flowers at Hy-Vee in the evening. Mainly because it was something, I grew up with the people at the floral industry at Hy-Vee, and it was a little bit of a comfort zone. So I was still kind of, how can I make that switch? Will I be totally comfortable? And I did make the switch. It's been one of the best decisions I've ever made.
Well, that's great. And it's great to see, our talented youth come back to the community after, going away for college and doing some other things. And so we're so lucky to have you downtown. Awesome. Well, it sounds like the future's bright, and I would really encourage people to stop in and have a conversation with your staff there and see your beautiful new building here on the west side of the square.
Hey, Nicole, I wanted to ask, how much of your business is mail order versus walk-in?
Well, I don't deal with the mail order at all. That's from a different area in the warehouse, so I don't do any mail order. Everything is dependent on our local customers and our walk-in.
Okay, great.
Yep.
All right. So I guess we better dive into the calendar for events for this week.
All right.
So as we mentioned, again, today's Halloween, the Chamber Merchant Trick or Treat, variety of businesses over 65 during their business hours today. So we love people to check it out. They've got the bright orange sign in their windows if they're participating. Citywide trick or treats tonight from 5:30 to 8 p.m. And there's also trick or treat video on the Sondheim stage, where children can come in their costume anytime between 6 and 7, and they will be creating a high quality video. So that'll be a fun thing to check out also. We've also got a number of different talks happening in conjunction with the university, the 40 unmissable talks by great thinkers. And tonight is one called Cut Your Food Costs, How to Grow Heaps of Vegetables Indoors or Out, with or without soil, without bending down, without chemicals. And this is a professor from the Sustainable Living Department at 8 p.m. at the Delby Hall at the RGO Student Center. And these are free and open to the public, the ones I'll be mentioning. Tomorrow, November 1st, we've got the fall continuing knit along at the at-home store. So they're kind of kicking this off on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays. And on Tuesdays, they're knitting from 6:30 to 8. And they'll be knitting a honeycomb cable wrap offered in 3 sizes as a scarf wrap or a throw. And the class fee is free with yarn purchase, and this is perfect for beginners. You can learn more about that at the at-home store. Tomorrow night, the unmissable talk at MUM is actually going to be our mayor, and his talk is titled My Love Affair with Fairfield, plus my survival guide to being a small town mayor. And again, free and open to the public on campus at the RGO Student Center at 8 p.m. And at the same time, they're going to have another talk that they've got coming in via Skype about what's really going on with Latin America with Dr. Jose Luis Alvarez. On Wednesday morning, At the Indian Hills Jefferson Center is the proposed pond referendum conversation at 9 a.m. And you can join Indian Hills President Dr. Marlene Sprouse for a brief presentation and question and answer session regarding the proposed $36 million bond referendum. And they'll discuss plans for the funds and answer any questions that folks may have. And I was reading a little bit about that, and it looks like the last one was passed maybe in the early 80s, and a number of improvements that they would hope to achieve. Also on Wednesday night is another unmissable talk, The Physics of Flying, and again at 8 p.m. on campus. Thursday will be the Knit Along at the At-Home Store from 2 to 4 p.m. on Thursday. Friday, First Friday's Art Walk, and they're calling it The Walk. And it's about walking and wandering through the great art venues and stores. And the walk's going to go from 6 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. There's going to be some raffles and a passport that you can pick up. And if you get it stamped, you can be entered into a drawing to win some art worth $300. And you'll turn in your completed passport to Icon Gallery at 58 North Main Street. So check that out Friday night. And also Friday night, we've got another talk with a Q&A with David Lynch. Ask me anything about anything, again at 8 p.m. at the RGO Student Center. Saturday, November 5th, we've got pom-pom workshop at the At-Home Store, and that's for $10. You can make a giant pom-pom for a cute hat, string, or garland of pom-poms for a celebration. And during that class, you will include all the materials and including the thing, I can't remember what it's called, that you put the pom-pom on. Oh, a clover pom-pom maker. There you go. And another MUM talk that evening, What Do Billie Jean King and Buddha Have in Common? And then on Sunday is a Fairfield Annual Holiday Showcase Craft and Vendor Show. And this is going to be in the new Cambridge building at the Jefferson County Fairgrounds from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. And also the Knit Along again at the Home Store on Sunday afternoon from 2 to 4 p.m. And two other events on Sunday afternoon. The Southeast Iowa Band will be performing at the Sondheim for the Performing Arts at 3 p.m. And lastly, another unmissable talk at MUM, How the Brain Functions During Different Meditation Practices, a Scientific Analysis. And again at 8 p.m. at the Student Center.
Busy week.
Yes, indeed.
Busy
a lot going
week.
on.
And we're getting excited because tomorrow afternoon, or tomorrow morning, I guess, we'll have a whole host of people from Leadership Fairfield come in.
That's right.
How's that going?
Finance and Communications Day. It's going really well. And we've, in addition to looking at the different sectors of the community, been also focusing a little bit more on the leadership aspect and leadership development than maybe past sessions have been.
All right. Don't forget to sign up for the weekly newsletter. It comes out every Monday morning. The week that will be, just email the Chamber. It's chamber@fairfieldiowa.com, and also log on to their website, fairfieldiowa.com. Nicole, Detra, thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It's 6 minutes for the top of the hour, and then look at your forecast coming up in a matter of moments, and a look at the markets here on KMCD.